ஆனா எஜுகேஷனல் சென்டர் யூடியூப் சேனல். இந்த சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க, பெல் பட்டனை கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க. எங்க வீடியோஸ் உடனே கிடைக்கும். எங்க சேனல் பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. நன்றி. வாங்க வீடியோக்குள்ள போலாம்.
Hi children, hope all of you are fine. In today's sessions we are going to discuss a new topic in the second chapter, that is polynomials. The topic is finding number of zeros of a polynomial by using the graphical representation. You can always find the zeros using the algebraic representation. You know how to find the zeros of a linear polynomial by equating it to 0. You also know how to find the zero of a quadratic polynomial. It is by equating the polynomial to 0 and using the factorization method. So it is based on the algebraic method, but in today's session we are going to learn how to identify what type of graph is given, whether it is the graph of a linear polynomial, whether it is the graph of a quadratic polynomial, whether it is the graph of a cubic polynomial or a biquadratic polynomial. Till that level you will be learning in class 10. There are higher levels also which you will be learning in your higher classes. So all these four type of polynomials we are going to discuss in this session. So we are going to identify what type of polynomial is drawn as graph, and we are going to find the number of zeros using the graph. This is called the geometrical method of finding the number of zeros of a polynomial. So first we are going to discuss the graphical representation of a linear polynomial. This is also called as the geometrical representation. The graph of a linear polynomial is always a straight line. What will be the degree of a linear polynomial? It is 1. The zero of a polynomial is the point where the line touches the x-axis. Any linear polynomial will have at most 1 zero, because the degree of the polynomial is 1, so it will have at most 1 zero. That is, it can have no zeros or it will have 1 zero. The given graph here represents a linear polynomial because you can see a straight line there. Now it has 1 0 because it is touching the x-axis at one particular point, that is minus 3 by 2, which is nothing but minus 1.5. Now the graphical representation of a quadratic polynomial. The graph of a quadratic polynomial is always a parabola. What is a parabola? When you see a U-shaped curve like this, it is called a parabola. That U-shaped curve can be facing upward or downward or eastward or westward, but it should be a U-shaped curve. So whenever you see a U-shaped curve like this, the graph, the curve is called a parabola. The zero of a polynomial, that is a quadratic polynomial or any polynomial, the zero of a polynomial is the point where the line or the curve touches the x-axis. Since this is a quadratic polynomial, you know that the quadratic polynomial degree is 2, so it can have at most 2 zeros. So it can have no zeros, or it can have 1 zero, or it can have a maximum of 2 zeros. In the example, graphical example given here, it is clear that you can clearly see that the parabolic curve is touching the x-axis in two distinct points. So it has 2 zeros. What are the zeros? It is touching the x-axis at the point minus 1 and 4. So the zeros are going to be minus 1 and 4. Now we will discuss all the three cases as I said. The first case is a quadratic polynomial with 2 zeros. Then case 2 will be a quadratic polynomial with 1 zero, and the third case will be a quadratic polynomial with no zeros. First, in the case 1, we are seeing quadratic polynomials with the 2 zeros. When you see both the examples given there, you can see that clearly the parabola in both the graphs is touching the x-axis in two distinct points. So there are 2 zeros in both the cases, a and a dash. In the examples given, we can see that the parabola touches the x-axis in two distinct points, that is, they have 2 zeros. So whenever you see a parabolic curve, it is clear that it is going to be the geometrical representation, that is the graphical representation of a quadratic polynomial, and since it is touching the x-axis in two distinct points, it is going to have 2 zeros. Case 2. Now again I have given you two examples, two graphs to see there. In the examples given, we can see that the parabola touches the x-axis in only one distinct point. It is not touching the x-axis in 2 points, it is touching in only 1 point, and therefore it is going to have only 1 0. But since it is in the shape of a parabola, it is clear that it is the graphical representation of a quadratic polynomial. Even though it is a quadratic polynomial, the number of zeros is going to be 1. Now case 3. Case 3, again I have given you two examples. So in both the examples you can see that the parabola does not touch the x-axis at all in any point. So in that case you can say that the zeros, there are no zeros, that is number of zeros is going to be 0, that is no zeros. So we have discussed all the three cases. A quadratic polynomial can have a maximum of 2 zeros. If it is going to touch the x-axis in two distinct points, then we can confirm that it has 2 zeros. If it is going to touch in only one point, then we can say that it has only 1 0. If it is not touching the x-axis at all, like these two graphs, then we can say that it has no zeros. Now we will move to the next type of polynomial, that is the cubic polynomial. The graph of a cubic polynomial will be a curve like this. The zero of the polynomial is the point where the line or the curve touches the x-axis. Now in the case of linear polynomial alone, we will have a line. So after that we will have only curves. So we are going to find where and which points this curve is going to touch the x-axis. Now what is the degree of a cubic polynomial? The degree of a cubic polynomial is 3. So it can have at most 3 zeros, that is, it can have no zeros, or it can have 1 0, or it can have 2 zeros, or it can have a maximum of 3 zeros. In the first graph which we are seeing here, you can clearly see that the graph is touching the x-axis in 3 points. What are the 3 points? It is touching the x-axis at the point -2, then the curve is touching the x-axis at the point 0, then it is touching at the point 2. So the given graph represents a cubic polynomial and it has 3 zeros. What are the 3 zeros? -2, 0 and 2. Now we will discuss the next two cases, second and third. Now when you see the first graph there, figure 2.7, you can see a curve. It is not a parabolic curve, so you can clearly say that it is going to be a curve of any higher degree, that is a cubic polynomial. Now in this cubic polynomial, you can see that it is touching the x-axis in just one point, so it is going to have only 1 0. Now when you see the figure 2.8, that is the second graph, you can see that it is touching the x-axis in only 2 points, that is the point 0 and 1. So it is going to have only 2 zeros. Now we will go for a recap of all that we learnt in this short session. I have given you 6 graphs. The first graph is a curve, but it is not a parabolic curve, so it is going to be a cubic polynomial, and it is touching the x-axis in only one point, so the number of zeros is going to be 1. When you see the second graph, it is a clear parabola, so it is a quadratic polynomial. It is touching the x-axis in 2 points, so the number of zeros is going to be 2. Now when you see the third one, you can see that it is touching the x-axis in 3 distinct points, so it is a cubic polynomial, and the number of zeros is going to be 3. When you see the fourth graph, you can clearly see that it is a straight line, so it is a linear polynomial, and it is touching the x-axis in 1 point, so number of zeros is going to be 1. In the fifth one, you can see a parabola, so it is the geometrical representation of a quadratic polynomial. Number of zeros is 1, as it is touching the x-axis in only 1 point. Now the sixth one, you can see that the curve is touching the x-axis in 4 distinct points, so any curve of degree 4 will touch the x-axis in 4 distinct points. So this is the geometrical representation of a biquadratic polynomial, and the number of zeros is going to be 4, as it is touching the x-axis in 4 distinct points. Now with all this basic knowledge, we are going to discuss exercise 2.1 in your NCERT book. I will read the question for you. The graphs of y is equal to p of x are given in figure 2.10 below for some polynomials p of x. P of x means polynomial in x. Find the number of zeros of p of x in each case. Now in this question, they are asking us to just find out the number of zeros. They are not asking us to identify what type of polynomial it is. So just to see the graph, find the number of points it is touching the x-axis, and that is going to be the answer. In the first graph, the line is not touching the x-axis in any point, so it has no zeros. In the second graph, the curve is touching the x-axis in only one point, so it is going to have 1 0. In the third graph given there, you can see that it is touching the x-axis in 3 points, so it is going to have 3 zeros. In the fourth graph, you can see that the parabola is touching the x-axis in 2 distinct points, so it is going to have 2 zeros. In the fifth graph given there, you can see that the curve is touching the x-axis in 4 distinct points, so the number of zeros is going to be 4. Then the sixth one, you can see that the curve is touching the x-axis in 3 distinct points, so the number of zeros is going to be 3. Hope you have understood the geometrical representation of polynomials and how to find out the number of zeros seeing the geometrical representation. We will meet again tomorrow for the next session, for the next topic.